Hello everybody, 2021-2022 EOC US History Summer Project. Here's a quick video of what your notebook should look like. Step number one is to get a 5-star notebook, about 200 pages. That's the size you're going to need, 8 by 11, so that you can make it like a scrapbook. You could tape a full sheet of paper in here. Here's what the summer assignment should look like as described on the wiki step by step with also a PDF sample. But here's the video version of that. So on the very first page, right hand side, you're going to just go ahead and put down the title that is described there. Make sure that you're printing your full name, your student ID, and signing your full name as you normally would. That's step number 2 that goes here on the right hand side. You flip the page and you have step number 3. I would like for you to put a page number in each right and left hand corner. As you see there, page 2 and 3. This is step number 3 as you would create it for yourself in your notebook. Right side printout mentioned, and a sample of what the activities could look like, or the topics that you're supposed to research would look like. On the right hand side is the remainder of those activities. Basic rule for your notebook is one piece of paper on one page. We put a small piece of tape here, a small piece of tape there, just like a hinge. We tape it in on the right and left side. More on that a little bit later, but this is what your notebook should look like for step number 3. Moving on to step number 4, notice page number 4, page number 5, some geography in U.S. history, building on some of that geographical context, basic states, basic top 5 territories that you should be able to find anywhere on the internet. I gave you some links for that, as well as some geography. Make sure you get in detail exactly all the topics and the locations here on these maps, color-coded and identified as described for full points on the rubric. Turning the page here, one of the most important things in the entire course and class is to build context. And I'm a big fan of timelines in history. You have another Word file there for you with the presidents, and that's how we're going to kind of give you an introduction to the topic in our course this year. Is I would like you to go ahead and print out that Word document and tape in the very top. I would like your name at least on one of these 2 pages, all right, with your ID number. Tape that in, list the president, the years in office, and the party affiliation. That's found on the PowerPoint that you see on the wiki. Under each one, thematically, I have organized for you in that PowerPoint some of the key things, and by hashtagging the PowerPoint, those are the things you should jot down that are important for us to understand and know in our course. Now, this first part here is the timeline is basically events that are outside the EOC, but I would like you to be familiar with them, as I'll reference them once in a while throughout the course of the year to try and make connections to past events, political ideas, conflicts, concepts, and thinking, because it spans the entire time period of our course. Within that same PowerPoint that you got this information from, there is a slide that tells you where to insert and print a chart about each of our party systems that develop and change over time as issues and developments and the growth of our country changes over time. Those are really important as well. Differentiating between the Democrats, Republicans, Democratic Republicans, Federalists, and how they're linked and very similar in their thoughts, but how they're also changing and developing with the growth of the country and the issues facing the country at any particular time. So it's going to look exactly like this. You really only have to start here. Everything from here to there, from Washington up until James Polk, is extra credit, right? So it'll be significant extra credit. I'd encourage you highly to do that. But from here on, James K. Polk, that's where we're really going to need to know our stuff with our course in the EOC exam and understanding concepts leading into the Civil War and sectional conflict leading to Civil War, with the issue of slavery in the territories. This is where you begin here and then just build in, as you see in the sample in the first previous pages there, the information, again, years in office, political party affiliation, and their name all the way through, and what events developed there. Again, look for the red hashtag in those PowerPoints. Print out and insert the political party charts, comparing and contrasting the 2 major parties in each system, and just continue on with one insert after another as you see it here. Again, it's in the word chart that you can print out. It's probably about 2 or 3 pages. Cut it up, tape it to the top, put your name at the top of each page, insert the information, do a little every day. That's going to be a key theme for the class. I'll pick away at it, find that key information that I want you to know for each president. That kind of gives you an overview of the course and the history of the United States from about 1844 to the present. There it is. Good day. Start making some hay.